Hi guys, in this video I am going to show you guys how to do partial quotients. So partial quotients is another way to do long division. It is very helpful when there are two digits or multiple digits in the divisor. So I'm going to do question 2 here, for example. So I'm going to set it up just like a regular long division problem. But instead I'm going to draw a line on the side. So everything on the right side will be our answer. Okay, so usually in long division, you are trying to figure out how many times does 43 fit into 9 or 94. But with partial quotients, you're trying to figure out how many times does 43 go into 946 as a whole. And many times, usually we will try to just test out random numbers to figure out how many times it goes in. But I'm going to show you guys a trick to do this. Since we don't know our multiples of 43, we're going to create our own multiplication chart. Instead of adding 43 plus 43 plus 43, or doing 43 times 1, 43 times 2, we're going to do this trick here. So I'm going to start off by breaking apart 43. So 40 plus 3 creates 43. So that is my first multiple. Okay, so 43 times 1 is 43. To get 43 times 2, all you have to do is do 40 or 4 times 2, which is 8, add my 0. And then I'm going to do this for 3s, and I just do a complete line of numbers until I want to stop. So 40, and then 80, and then 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times 5 is 20, 4 times 6 is 24, and then 4 times 7 is 28, and I'm going to stop there. Okay, but we're not done yet because since we are working with 40s, we have to make sure that we are adding our zeros. Okay. On this side, we're going to do 3. So we're going to skip count by 3s. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Then we're just going to add. And that will give us the multiples of 43. So 80 plus 6 is 86. And then 120 plus 9 is 129. 160 plus 12 is going to be 172. 200 plus 15 is 215. 240 plus 18 is 258, and then we have 280 plus 21, which is going to give us 301. Okay, so if I were to ask you what is 43 times 3, that would give us 129. And if I were to say 43 times 7, it will be actual 301. So I didn't have to multiply anything other than skip counting and then adding them together. So back to our partial quotients. Now I have to figure out how many times does 43 fit into 946. So it is a little tricky because if I kept going, maybe I could figure it out. But an easy way to do this is figure out how many times does 43 go into 94. Okay, so I'm going to go down my list and figure out. So it looks here 86 would be our best bet. Okay, 129 is too much. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. So it looks like times 2 would give me 86. But here's the thing. If I add a 0 to my 20, it will actually give me 860. So that means that I am closer to 0. So that is our goal. We need to get close to 0 as possible. So now I'm going to subtract that. So that'll be 6. And then 4 subtract 6, you have to borrow. So 14 subtract 6 is going to give you 8. Now I'm going to look at my list again, and if you look here, we have a perfect match right there. So I'm going to write my times 2 here, 86, I'm going to subtract, and I get 0. So that means I have no remainder. And my answer is going to be 22.